Greetings, denizens of the internet. One moment while I set down this smart device. Today I'm going to be playing Sinister Math, helmed by A-Tanazir Quandrix. Now, what does this deck do? Well, I saw a video on YouTube, and it was talking about how INCUBATE is a bad mechanic. I don't think so. So, this is a A-Tanazir Quandrix artifact animation. Well, actually, more like anything animation deck, but you know, it's a great time, really. When it's all said and done. Got cards like Dominus Tinkering and Rise and Shine. All that loveliness. Now, I should probably discard that for its channel, because I don't need it as an aura right now, and I'd rather ramp out to A-Tanazir faster, honestly. Because the faster I get A-Tanazir, the better. As mentioned with Dominus Tinkering, I can make that into a usable creature. That'll be a nice card to double counters on. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Now, opponent, are you going to burn it? Okay, that was stupid, but alrighty. Now I'll probably try to go to combat, because realistically, it's a 3/3. And now the counters go to the Ozolith. Perfect. Right on cue. Okay, let's see. The Ozolith's gonna be a creature. Which is good because, well, it's the Ozolith. But first, we need another creature to receive its counters. Because it having its own is going to serve a bit of a counterintuitive feature. Now with Rise and Shine, one can animate an Ozolith. What does animating an Ozolith do? Well, firstly, it's really just a great way to have some fun. And, well, it's the Ozolith. So, you animate it once it gets a fuck ton of counters on it and watch the sparks fly, really. Now, dude. Well, I can ditch those two. I need Rise and Shine more than anything else right now. Because Ozolith's gonna get a new life. No, I ain't sacking a creature. Why would I do that? I'm not sacrificing a creature. I said no to Mogus. Did my game seriously just lose connection over me clicking no too fast? Oh, come on. Great, okay. There's nothing I can say that would make any sense. Although I'm probably just gonna have to go back in and try again. Description. Man, I just love seeing description. Yes, I know my battery's at 20%. Can I just play Magic, please? Oh, okay. I'm going to kill you now, opponent. So kindly die. You know, just usual Magic. They block Tanazir. Great. Okay, let's... Good stuff. 9+1/+1 on an Ozolith. Nah. I'm gonna just say no to your annoying choices, opponent. You know why? Because I don't like them. Yeah, why not? Block with it all. Flying, lifelink, trample. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. That'll do the trick. Now they're at 1. Well, I have a 14/14 flyer. Of course, sacrificing the Ozolith wasn't really a smart idea, but at the same time, I just really fucking wanted to. Like, you ever get that urge when you're playing Magic to just do something stupid? Animating an Ozolith and making it kill itself to give away all of its counters is what I like doing. It's cool, I think. In a way that cool really isn't. Whenever a permanent eye control transforms, or permanent eye control enters transformed, I may draw a card. Cool. I love transforming cards. They're great, honestly. They really are. Let's see, so 14 minus 4 is 10. Excellent. Let's just guarantee this guy dies here. Yep, the end. Yeah, it's block a 15/15 with a 4/4, and block a 20/20 with a 1/1, or die. Oh, and you're gonna die anyway. That's the kind of impossible choices I love in Magic. The ones that make your opponents go, well, fuck. Now, let's continue on, shall we? We have many opponents to slay, and much incubating to do today. Of course, being someone who likes incubate as a mechanic, I find it to be quite fascinating, in all honesty, how it works. It creates artifact tokens that transform If Tetsun Gnome Champion was on Arena, I would have used that as a commander, because there's a lot better incubate cards in there. However, doing it in Simic is also a viable option. Also a budget-friendly option. So, that's something. So, yeah. Ozolith. I'm going to have 2 Ozoliths on the same battlefield. That's stupid. I have the colorless Ozolith and the green Ozolith. Everybody loves the Ozolith, right? That's what I was told, I think. I don't know. Yes. Yeah, I use cards like Zotic Glyph in this deck in order to animate my artifacts without counters, and then I just like find ways to put counters on them. Because artifact animation is cool, in my opinion, and I don't see a reason why not. Okay, now I've got the Seedshark out, so let's go ahead and start casting non-creatures. All right. Da-da. Wow. Do-do. Wow. Do-do. Wow. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Hey, look, I have a 6/8 Sky Shark. Oh no, I have a 6/8 Shark. What are you gonna do about it, opponent? Huh? What you gonna do about it? Whole lot of something. My Seedshark is gonna get nice and seedy. Ugh. Oh, they have their own Seedshark because they copied mine because, you know. Okay, so now they want to be an incubate deck. That's cute. See, I do it better. This is why A-Tanazir Quandrix didn't need the buff. Let me just swing with my 11-13. Block with your Seedshark or lose more than half of your life. Yeah, figured. Dingus. Now, let's see. I should run that indestructible artifact land in here too. I'm definitely thinking of doing that. Just so I can have Zotic Glyph have an indestructible body. Because that does have conveniences. Let's see. So, Ozolith the Shattered Spire will make A-Tanazir 7/7. Ah. Now they're afraid. But they don't realize the Ozolith just got the counters. Yeah, they're screwed. The Ozolith got one more counter on top of the 9 taken from the Seedshark. So, well, can't get more incubators. At the same time, it does help. In a perverse, horrible sort of way. What if I make the Ozolith target itself? I'll put that into your hand, so you have to spend another ability to get that angel. Because I'm an asshole, and that's what assholes do. Okay. Let me just swing this 18-18. You know, totally normal. I'm just gonna overkill your planeswalker. And now I'm gonna incubate again. Great. That's excellent, really. If they destroy Tanazir, Ozolith gets its counters. And I kill it with Ozolith. If they don't destroy Tanazir, I kill them with Tanazir. Wow, they just gave me a Power Stone. And they have a Regional Flyer. Wonderful. My commander has Trample. I don't care. Oh boy, here we go. Time to have some fun. Da-da. Wow. Doo-doo. Wow. Oh yeah. Roar. My relic doesn't even have to transform to kill you. There we go. And let's really be sure they're dead. You know, I just gotta be absolutely sure they're dead. Okay. Now, how big are these gonna get? 29 plus 26, that's what? Let's let them figure it out. They ain't gonna live through this. Made them go to negative 56. Well, a negative number's... Most of the deck is focused around just altering the base power and toughness of your incubators or artifacts, or really anything you can slap on board. In addition to manipulating 1+1s, you can also rise and shine a board of incubators, and you won't even need to transform them. That'll just become creatures without the need for the transformation. And the incubators themselves will absolutely shred their face. We have cards in here like the Rune. These cards are really good if you have one incubator and you need it, or as you saw earlier with the Rune of Might, you have like a singular artifact with a ton of counters on it, animated with an effect, and then with the rune on it, it gives an additional trait. Rune of Flight gives flying. Rune of Might gives trample. There's cards that alter base power and toughness as well for stuff like Zephyr Shapecraft, Water Wings. Then we have your regular like proliferate stuff. Combine Chrysalis to give your incubators and your artifact tokens flying. Only helps sometimes. And if needed, you can sacrifice your weaker incubator tokens if you're not having luck proliferating to get beasts. So, Kenku Artificer will just, when it enters, animate an artifact and turn it into a flyer. Mightstone's animation will make an artifact a 4/4. Really big key player in this deck. Even without planeswalkers, that second ability will definitely come in handy because it'll allow you to turbo the counters on permanents. Directing Metamorph, help copy things, and kind of just hold down the board a little better. It has because proliferate, and also you don't need colored mana to cast it sometimes. Antiquities War to help get your artifacts out of your deck. And also to pump your whole board at the end of it. You're about to go critical mass. Bloomhold, proliferate, and be a body. Converter Beast is in the deck because it incubates at a higher value than its mana cost and provides 2 bodies and itself, which can both have a whole bunch of counters put on them. For 4 mana, that's extremely valuable with this deck. We have Favor of Jukai, and quite a few auras like it in both blue and green. What these auras do is basically you just slap them onto your non-creature artifacts, basically telegraphing that you're going to flip them or animate them. And while yes, this is technically telegraphed, you can put it on the turn immediately before you transform or animate them. Or just like right at that turn and just catch them off guard. There's cards like Tangled Skyline, which will make your Incubator, which will make your Phyrexians have a reach and certain attributes. So, Tangled Skyline gets reach from Towashi will for transforming your permanents, which this deck does a lot of if it goes and does the Incubate win line. If it doesn't have to transform the incubators because it can still use them regardless, but it is kind of more helpful. Inspiring Statuary will let you cast bigger spells if you have a lot of incubators and nothing to do with them, which does help, especially for commander attacks, as the commander is a non-artifact and is counted for Inspiring Statuary's ability. Historian's Wisdom is generally a good card. It'll often draw a card because I'll have the biggest creature on the board. And it just makes it even bigger. So, yeah. Evolution Sage isn't really is one of the proliferate cards. It's not really that good in this deck. I don't run a lot of fetches in here. If I did, it would probably be a lot better. This card is extremely strong in this deck. Okay. There was a YouTube video made by some dude. I am probably going to link it in the description, but he made a video on this card. He's completely correct. It is absolutely the nuttiest thing I've ever seen. Like, how is a 1-mana card this versatile? Like, oh my god. It's busted as fuck. It gives me something to do with my yard. And it's absolutely one of the most cracked cards I've ever seen. For a 4-cent common, this thing has won me like 2 games already with this deck. It's just like nobody expects it. Relic's Roar is much the same way. But Behind the Mask is a lot better because it can effectively crumble an opponent's defensive capabilities as well as buff your own. Let's see. Another really good card here. That's the last one, I swear. This one is Weatherlight Compleated. Animating.
I don't really have a way for it to keep its stats, but hey, you made an argument that if it becomes a creature, by default, it's going to be a flyer no matter what. So, it's honestly kind of fun. This deck is pretty good, all things considered. It is a bit weak to aggro if you can't get enough early incubates, as it is a very incubate heavy deck. It does have a pretty smooth curve, all things considered. Most of it's focused around 2 and 3 mana value cards, as you can see. And then there's a couple of 4s, quite a few 4s actually. And then 5, and then maybe a couple. Yeah, there's like 2, 3, 4. That's the main like group of cards. If you're playing this deck, it's recommended you have at least 3 lands in your opener, as otherwise you're probably not likely to be able to play the game, as getting mana screwed with a hand of 2 lands or less is very likely with this deck. So, yeah. Playing this deck, if you have an opening hand and it has 2 lands in it, I would say mulligan at least once. A 2-land hand with this deck has caused me more losses with this deck than any of my other decks I've ever built. And it does have 36 lands. It has 31 in each color and 6 colors. I had to make it mathematically clean again. Okay, like honestly, it was just a demand that I had to meet. Forgot to set Dwayne as my companion, but yeah. All in all, this is a very fun deck, and I hope that anyone that plays it enjoys playing it, because it's honestly fun as hell. So, thanks for watching, and see y'all around next week.